story concerns an article which Declan Lynch, who now is the Sunday Independent, wrote when he was the TV columnist for the Irish Press. In fact, I attempted to fill Declan's shoes after he moved on. But Madonna, the singer, had just had her first child, and Declan made a glancing reference to this in his TV column, something to the effect of he hoped the offspring wouldn't cause as much trouble as the precocious Nazarene, I think was the words he used.
That was the exact phrase.
So there were, so anyway, raised eyebrows, not least down in Wexford, where Bishop Cumsky took umbrage. And I think he wrote a piece in one of the newspapers saying that this was outrageous and blasphemous and calling pretty much for a boycott of the press. And so, spurred on by this, various people wrote in to complain. And there were generally letters of the I'm outraged and I grew up on Devil Air and I'm now by the press again and cancelled my subscription and so on and so forth. And in-house own Corry, very well-known journalist, was the features editor at the time, and he was sort of deemed to be held responsible for allowing this terrible thing to appear in print. So Owen answered all the letters of complaint individually. So he did this very diligently and somewhat reluctantly. And in due course, anyway, journalists will know this better than anyone, that for some reason, and psychologists should really look into this, people who are most disturbed about things that appear in newspapers or on television tend to express their outrage in green biro. I don't know. Is this just an Irish thing? Perhaps it's international, I don't know. But anyway, there were quite a number of green biro letters which tended to be the more virulent expressions of outrage. And Owen was getting used to these, but the days and nights wore on. He was still answering these letters, and he was wearying of the task. He opened yet another envelope, and he saw a green biro, and he sighed deeply and began reading, and it went along as usual: outrage, cancelled my subscription, Devil Air rolling in his grave, etc., etc. And then, to his astonishment, he saw a paragraph which began, "As you can see from the above address, I am mentally unstable." So Owen duly looked up the paper, and sure enough, it was St. John of God's letter-headed paper. And something in Owen snapped. And he wrote back on Irish Press letter-headed paper to this individual: "As you can see from the above address, I too am mentally unstable."